What up, everyone? Welcome back to
Seaweed.
Hand.
It's your boy Justin.
It's Daniel. Sorry.
So nonchalant. It's Daniel. Today's another episode. Today we got a lot of things. Not a lot, but just getting fantasy football.
We're coming back to it.
Yeah.
And,
so ramping up today. So
So
I think it's like our first ever fantasy football for this season.
So like we're back. We missed it. Recap of last year. I beat Justin in our finals.
Yeah, I think they know.
Yeah.
But I mean, before we jump into fantasy football, NBA is happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hornets just lost.
Mm-hmm.
They got their booty whooped. But that said, I just want to hear you. How do you think this play-in tournament is gonna
look?
Or how do you think it's gonna work? Like who's gonna win what and how it's gonna advance, and then who do you think?
I see.
Who do you think is gonna win it all?
I just want to get your quick we're definitely gonna be talking about this. Well, when you guys see this, things might have already happened.
Yeah.
So who knows? We'll see if we're right or wrong. But Wizards, Celtics. I have a weird feeling Wizards are gonna win it. Celtics will play the Hornets. I think the Celtics will win that. Lakers, Golden State. I think Lakers will win that.
Wait. Hornets are out, aren't they?
No, Hornets don't.
Because Hornets are 10th.
Don't they play?
No. So Indiana plays the loser of.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
Boston or Washington?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. 8th. Yes, you're right. Actually, sorry about that. So Celtics versus Pacers.
Okay, and you think Celtics going to beat Pacers?
And I think Celtics will beat Pacers.
Okay.
I think Celtics will come in at the end.
Okay.
Yes. Other side, I think the Lakers will beat the Warriors. What's the other two matchups?
Great question.
Spurs, Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Spurs will beat the Grizzlies, and then I think the Warriors will beat the Spurs.
So you think Warriors or Lakers are going to make it out?
Yeah, Lakers 7, Spurs 8 on the Eastern Conference, Wizards 7, Celtics 8.
Okay. And who do you think is going to win it?
I mean, do you agree? Do you think the same? I don't know.
I do think the two teams that you mentioned, at the end of the day, I think the teams that you mentioned are going to make it. But the way I think Celtics are going to win tonight. Okay. And I think Wizards will beat them.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But then West is
Yeah. Okay. And then in terms of the whole thing, I mean, I want to believe Western Conference Lakers are still going to come out.
Yeah. You want to believe, but
I still want to believe. I definitely lost a lot more hope than I did last year. I mean, if I thought realistically, you know what?
You need to stick with it.
I'm gonna stick with it. Actually, I'm gonna stick with it. And then the Eastern Conference, that's more tough. But I mean, the more popular answer is obviously the Nets. Do I think they're gonna come out? I think we'll see a Lakers Nets.
Lakers Nets, okay, you heard it here first. Yeah. I think it's gonna be Lakers too. I have a good feeling we're starting to I hope LeBron was playing this whole time. He's just he's like now let's get to work. But I think Milwaukee's gonna make it.
Really?
Yeah, I really do like Milwaukee.
You think in a 7-game series Milwaukee will take the Nets?
I mean, in a 2-game series they swept the Nets basically.
But I mean,
granted, Harden wasn't playing, but
I mean, that's true. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay, but
who do you think is going to win it all?
The Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will say the only team that I think can beat the Lakers are the Nets.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you think Bucks could beat the Nets, but then the Nets could beat the Lakers. But, okay.
Yeah, but we'll see. But anyway, so the more important stuff, fantasy basketball, early predictions.
Football.
What did I say?
Basketball.
Football. Fantasy football, early prediction. I can't speak today.
Oh, quick. Whoever won their fantasy basketball league this year, congratulations. Because holy smokes, this year was the worst.
Yeah, and I feel like that's partly why we also didn't stick to fantasy basketball. It was weird.
It was so bad.
It was weird.
It was so bad.
So, congrats. But anyways, to the more exciting stuff, fantasy football, early predictions for our Seaweed Hand Edition 2021. We're going to talk about players, I guess break out and players to avoid based on their draft
value
essentially. So yeah, this is an early
take.
Early take. But do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
Are we like going by positions?
Let's go by position. We'll go QB, RB, receiver, tight end. Those 4.
Classic.
All
right.
Players that you think you should take at that value and players you think you should avoid at their value.
Okay.
Take it away, Daniel.
All right. QB. My first. How many? You
can do as much as you want, but preferably 1-1.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, if I'm gonna take value, Matthew Stafford.
I have a feeling that's gonna be really popular.
Yeah. I think right now I believe he's ranked as QB 14.
Yeah.
I think that's like real low. Like everyone knows that Matthew Stafford is a great real QB.
Yeah.
You know, fancy wise, he's always been kind of like meh.
Yeah.
But he just, traded to the Rams. Better receiver core than he had on the Lions. Better O-line than he did on the Lions. Better everything than he had on the Lions. You can't expect this. And he was like an easy 20 points when he was like healthy.
A lot of people, yourself included, think that Rams are like a Super Bowl contender.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's because Matt Stafford.
Exactly. I mean, if we were a Super Bowl contender with Goff, now we have Matthew Stafford.
I mean, you did have Gurley.
Oh, you're talking about like that?
Yeah,
I guess that's true.
And he was like the best running back.
Gurley didn't even play the playoffs that year. It was C.J. Anderson.
Regardless, I mean, that offense didn't show up in the Super Bowl.
That is true. That being said, I mean, he has Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp. He has great, reliable, and we know these are reliable receivers.
Yeah. Akers is
up and coming running back. I think he is it's not to say he's a steal, but I think he's a sleeper in a way just because of how low you could get him, and he could easily produce
top 10.
I think his like ceiling is like maybe like QB 5 numbers, like breaking the top 5.
Yeah,
that's his ceiling.
Yeah,
his he's for sure gonna bring in top 10.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
don't I would rather get Matthew Stafford later in the draft than like pick up Patrick Mahomes second or first round.
Yeah.
Like value wise.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's mine.
My player that I would take at his draft value, I guess in a way it's a steal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Rodgers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know where a lot of the places rank him. The places that I saw rank him as 8, which I think that's
crazy.
Yeah, just absurd.
Every year, Aaron Rodgers is undervalued, and every year this guy says Aaron Rodgers will be MVP, and he puts up MVP numbers.
He should have won MVP
every year.
Who won MVP? Josh Allen?
No.
Kyler? Who won MVP, dude? Was it Rodgers?
Wait, did he win MVP?
Did he win MVP? Wait, I'm blanking.
Was it not Patrick Mahomes?
Dude, I don't even remember. I'll be honest with you.
Dude, that's pretty bad.
Let's look it up. Yeah.
How do we not remember who won NFL MVP last year? Wait, was it not Patrick Mahomes? Oh, it was Aaron Rodgers.
It was Aaron Rodgers, dude. So I mean, how do you? And he was like this last year.
Oh, yeah, I totally remember because in his speech he thanked his fiance that no one knew he had, and then we all found out it was that actress.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I mean, there you go. Like, he was underranked last year, and you see what he could do. But I mean, this year obviously has more risk with the whole trade rumor stuff. But I just don't see him sitting out. If he does get traded, it only helps him, in my opinion.
You think so?
I mean, if he goes to Denver, I mean, I don't think he's gonna be throwing picks everywhere. I still think him and Judy can be good.
I know, but Devonta Adams led the league in touchdowns last year, and he only played like 14, 13
Okay,
games.
but is it okay? Let me ask you this: who needs who more? Like Devonta needs Rodgers way more than Rodgers.
For sure.
Anyways, we're getting sidetracked like we always do. But Rodgers is my guy that I think I would take him over Justin Herbert. I would take him over Dak too.
I would take Aaron Rodgers over. Oh, actually, I don't know if I'll take him over Dak.
I mean, you're a Dak fan though. I'm not
a Dak fan, but I think that guy does put up numbers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because their D is trash.
And like he runs the ball a lot.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only reason why. Like fantasy wise, it's like that those QBs that run the ball like
gives you that extra.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would choose him over Herbert though.
Yeah, of course you would.
Hey, but you said you would too.
Yeah, I would too. But all right.
QB
to avoid.
This one was tough. Just because like with QBs, like, they put up the most numbers and like stuff like that and stuff. But I feel like with this year, and obviously this is super early for us, but just Watson. We don't know what's gonna happen with Watson. Like he's had some weird legal stuff going on. Is he gonna play? Is he not gonna play? Like as of like May 18th, we don't know. What I don't understand is, what is it, like 21? How does 21 girls say he raped them, and he's not in like in anything? Like it seems like he's fine. I mean, to be honest, when it comes to sports politics, I think there's always like a weird like gray area that they don't like really address until like, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. And the fact that they all start coming out. We have 2 women tell us we raped them. We're probably going to jail. Yeah, we probably would. Yeah, we were probably going to jail. But like, he has 20 women say that and nothing's happening. But keep going. But yeah, I mean, it's not saying anything about his skill, obviously, but just because that. And also, he lost his best receiver, Will Fuller, and there's just a lot of risk. Yeah, a lot of risk with him. And I just feel like he's not worth like his normal value, which is like maybe mid-round. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I feel I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one, but a player I would avoid at his draft value is Josh Allen. Whoa. And he's ranked 2 as a quarterback. I think he put up the most fantasy points last year too. No, he was right behind Kyler. Oh, like, but it was like one. It was like minimal. Okay. So basically, wow, that's bold. That's bold. I'm not gonna go as far and say it was a 1-year wonder thing, but I just think everything lined up for them so perfectly. And I do think that they need another receiver. They lost John Brown, who I think was a big loss for them. Still got Cole Beasley, and Stephon Diggs. They got some weapons. I think he's a really good player, but I just don't see him putting up number 2. They have Emmanuel Sanders. Well, that changes things. I mean, regardless, I don't think, even then, I don't know. Like, I just am more confident in Kyler than Josh. I see, and they're kind of like the same. They're the same. So I would take Kyler, but with Josh, like, I think I would take, honestly, like, Russell Wilson over Josh. Somebody like Russell, or I'd be willing to take Lamar over Josh. I think Lamar's going to have a big year this year. Would you take Dak over Josh? No. Oh. I'm just not a Dak fan, though. So, but if you believe in Dak... Would you take Rodgers over Josh? Yeah, I'd consider it. Wow, okay. I'd consider it. Yeah, so that's just my take. But hey, you do what you want. But... okay. Anyways, running back. I can take this one. Yeah, go for it. So I actually have two guys because I really couldn't decide. Yeah, go for it. I mean... One of them, the guy I think is going to really break out, is Mike Davis. You know, it's so funny. I thought about that. Yeah, Mike Davis. I don't know if you just see his recent trending picture. Have you seen it? Is he? Let me show you. Let me show you this. Like, he looks like Derrick Henry. They say he's never skipped leg day. Like, do you see them things? Yo, bro, pop up on the screen. Yeah, pop up on the screen. But I mean, it's like, first of all, Atlanta needs this. Like, they need a running game. Oh yeah, 100%. So they had one of the worst. And so I think Mike Davis, and the thing is, like, he's also a really good pass catching back. So I really like him that for us. So I think he's gonna break out. My second guy is, I feel like he's become sort of like our favorite over time. It's the fridge. David Montgomery. It's David Montgomery. You know, he killed it and he helped a lot of people win games. Yeah. I mean, I think Chicago's going to stick with that run game to help out their QB as well. Yeah, Justin Fields. Or Andy Dalton. But yeah, I really like David Montgomery. Do you feel like, just side note, do you think them picking up Damian Williams will change anything for their, like, that usage? Because he's kind of, I mean, he was a Kansas City starter before they drafted Clyde. Yeah, I mean, I still feel like Montgomery's going to do, like, what he did last year. Because, I mean, they also had, like... I mean, I'm looking right now. He is a 19th running back. I feel like at his value, he definitely is worth it. Yeah, you know? Exactly. So I would take him. I mean, I'd be comfortable with him as my RB2. I think he'd be a great RB2. A great RB2. Would be a great, and if you can get him at, like, in the mid-rounds, I think that's, like mid-rounds. That's great. So okay. Cool. The running back I have that I think is going to blow up this year is Mostert.
Ooh.
I mean, when he was healthy, he was blowing by everybody.
He's like a 10 rush, 100-yard.
Yeah, like the thing is like, and that was when, sometimes it was when San Francisco was dead too. Like he was still doing this.
Yeah.
But Niners coming back, fully healthy with everybody, you know, new QB with Trey Lance, Kittle back. I mean, they have like all their fast receivers too. I feel like it's going to find so many holes.
Yeah.
And I feel like their run game is going to be really established. They have a great offense. And like, you know, they were the worst in the league, but in the division, but they're obviously not the worst.
I'd say that is a great pick. I wasn't even thinking about him, but now he's on my radar.
Yeah, I think Mostert, I mean, he's going to, I think a lot of people, I'll say this, it's very 50-50. A lot of people, 50% of people are going to forget about him, and 50% of the people are going to remember how good he was, and they're going to reach for him.
Yeah.
So you guys risk what you want, but I think he's a great pickup.
Yeah, he is a great pick. Especially, I think he's pretty down there in the rankings.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Like he's next to guys like Kareem Hunt and Melvin Gordon.
Oh yeah, I'd take Mostert over those two.
Yeah, for
easily.
sure. For sure.
The running back I would avoid at his draft pick. I think he's just outside the top 10, but it's Antonio Gibson.
I think he's around 10.
Around 10.
Yes.
And I just, not to say that he's bad, because I actually really like him as a player. I just think the Washington offense has developed into, like last year they really needed him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really need him. But I think Fitz coming in, I think he is going to start Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's going to they're going to throw the ball a lot more. They also got, not Debo, Curtis Samuel.
Yes.
So another good receiver. Our boy Logan Thomas is like now legitimized himself. So they got a lot of weapons and to be honest, even towards the end of the year, I'm not saying he did bad, but he kind of lost a little bit of touches to remember McKissick.
Yes.
So not to say he's bad, but I would just not draft him as like, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with him as RB2.
He definitely shouldn't be your RB1.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like if he's your RB1, you're really lacking.
You bet your receivers better be Bowman.
Like he's like a borderline. If he's your RB2, like you might get like a good like double digit game from him, but you might also have very inconsistent games from him. So I feel like it's not worth it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Mine is kind of bold. And I had him last year and he carried me, but mine is Alvin Kamara.
Oh shit.
And it's only because like he's like a top 3 fantasy player almost every year.
I honestly would consider drafting him number 1.
Exactly. Like he's like top of the line, you know.
He's a black McCaffrey. And you know, I'll take that.
The only reason why I feel like he might be not a risk factor, but just like he won't get the numbers that he was doing, it's just because, you know, Breeze is gone.
Yeah.
Breeze is gone. And Taysom Hill right now is QB1. And when Taysom Hill is quarterback, Kamara's involvement drops a lot.
The defense knows they're going to run the ball.
Yeah, so even if Kamara had the same running numbers, his receiving numbers are going to drop. Because, you know, Taysom Hill, obviously, we all know Taysom Hill. He's not like the best thrower, you know? And, you know, what's his name? Michael Thomas is going to be back fully too. Yeah. So there goes receiving numbers from like, you know, Kamara's like record, you know, receiving yards too. So I just feel like don't expect him to do what he did last year, especially
basically
Kamara.
be the number 1 player. Almost.
Yeah. So I feel like if you're top 5 pick, I mean, obviously it's hard to say no, but if you would say pick him in the later end of the first round. Like if you could get him later end first round, if somehow he drops, and I highly doubt he's ever going to drop, I would take him, but it's just like, I would take Saquon Barkley over Kamara.
Okay, so let's do this. Tell me the running backs you would take over. So we got, I'll list you some, just tell me yes. McCaffrey over?
Yes.
Barkley?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Okay, Derrick Henry?
Yes.
Dalvin Cook?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah.
I'll take Nick Chubb over Kamara.
Okay. Oh.
The only running back that I'm like questionable in like the top like 10 or whatever is like Aaron Jones. Jonathan Taylor. Like, I'll take Kamara over those guys.
Yeah, but he's outside your top 5. Basically.
Yeah, he's outside my top 5.
Okay,
running backs.
That is bold. That is bold. That is bold.
I wouldn't take it.
I don't want to say I agree with you, but I do understand because I think he is in my top 5, but I think he'd be 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's
because
just like,
for sure I'm taking Dalvin.
Because like if you're a top 5 pick, you're drafting the best of the best. You know? And the best of the best are like
there can't be
guaranteed like I want to say guaranteed like at least 15 points no matter what. Yeah. No matter what, they should do 15 points. And I feel like Kamara is just this year. I don't know. It's tough.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Well, that is bold.
I know it's really bold.
That's fair. All right, let's move on to receivers. Take it away.
All right, my breakout sleeper. Whatever
players to draft.
This is like a really like under radar guy but it's Tyrell Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He is now on the Detroit Lions, and we all know the Detroit Lions shipped off everybody. They don't have anybody from last year, receivers wise.
Yeah.
The only one that I think is still good is Hawkinson, but tight end. That being said, Goff coming in, they're not giving up on the passing game.
Yeah.
They just drafted the best, offensive lineman in the draft. They're looking to pass the ball. I think DeAndre Swift is a great running back, but I think he's gonna have some rough seas this season.
Mm-hmm.
Tough run schedule. So Goff is gonna have to throw the ball a lot, and we know the Lions aren't gonna be winning games, so they're gonna be throwing the ball a lot anyways. Yeah. I feel like Williams is a really sneaky receiver 3, especially at how low he is right now in terms of value, especially in PPR. I think he's easy, like 9-10 points a week average. Okay, and I think getting that from your third receiver is like really great
with potential for more.
Yeah, with potential for more.
Yeah,
but I think having a guy that you could draft in like the late rounds, giving you that many points every week is fantastic.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. That is a good pick. That's a great pick. For me, I took a little bit more of a name. I believe he's hovering around the 10-ish range. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's Chris Godwin.
He is actually on like what I'm looking at, it's like around the 15. 16.
Okay, even better. Like I think Chris, in my opinion, I think he would have been a top 10 receiver last year if it just wasn't for the injury.
You were high on him.
Yeah, I was really high on him. And I mean, even like, I feel like he's their best receiver. Like when I say best, I mean like who Tom Brady likes to throw to the most. I really like Godwin. I would not be surprised if he ended up as like the 5th best, like a top 5 receiver.
Oh, that's bold.
Yeah, it is bold. But like, I mean, I'll take him. Like, do you have some of the receivers that are in the top 10?
Top 10? Yeah, like Keenan Allen.
No, I would not take him over Keenan.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I would take him over Michael.
Mike Evans is actually ranked higher than him, touchdown probably wise.
That's probably because of touchdowns.
Terry McLaurin, I would take him over Terry.
I would take him over Terry.
Thielen.
That's tough too.
Julio.
I would take him over Julio.
Okay. Justin Jefferson?
Yes.
Okay, well, I only said Justin Jefferson because that leads to my bust.
You know what? Me too, because that's my guy too.
Oh, hey, there we go. Yeah, honestly, he was a rookie last year that blew up, obviously, but come on, man. He's ranked above guys like Godwin, Michael Thomas, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Thielen, Julio, Allen Robinson.
I mean, let's just preface this. Like, we could be completely wrong because it's not like we don't think he's a good player.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's just that, like, I mean, I'm going to go as far as say this. I don't even think he's the best receiver on that team.
I think Thielen's better.
I think Thielen's better, too. I would take him over
Jefferson. I think Thielen is a better receiver than Justin Jefferson. I just think Justin Jefferson was like that. He kind of was like...
Give it a little swag.
Like OBJ when he blew up. You know? But OBJ was the guy on the Giants at the time.
Yeah.
I don't think Justin Jefferson is necessarily the guy.
It definitely helps him that Thielen's on the other side.
Exactly. So, but I mean, if you're gonna be spending like a high mid-round pick for Justin Jefferson, take somebody else.
Yeah.
Obviously, with
you don't. In my opinion, I don't think you should have him as your receiver 1.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
I don't think.
And I feel like a lot of people are gonna be put in a place where coming like late 3rd, early 4th, you went double running back first 2, or like you went running back and you got quarterback, like one of those big guys, or like, and then you get a running back in the 3rd, and you're like, I need a receiver now. It's like Justin Jefferson's there. Oh, it seems cool.
Yeah, I would not take that.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that either.
Obviously, unless like all the names are truly gone.
Yeah, unless you got like Robert Woods.
Bro, even that's a tough decision for
I
me.
know, but like CD Lamb.
I'd take Justin over CD.
Yeah, CD Lamb. Like those guys.
Yeah.
But I'll take Kenny Galladay over Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, they're definitely in the same realm.
I would take OBJ over Justin Jefferson.
I know you would.
I would.
But I mean, regardless, it just shows you what we think about Justin. I just don't think
he's not worth it.
Yeah, the upside is there. So if you just have to know that you're taking a risk.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're a risk taker, take him.
Yeah, and people know him now. You know, that's another thing. Like, it's tough because when these guys are rookies. A lot of teams will look and be like, "Hey, they're rookies. Like, maybe we don't have to worry about them so much." But like, they only get to play. Their divisional guys only play them twice, so it's like not like they could like change their game plan. A lot. Yeah, and it's not like, oh, let's focus on just Justin Jefferson now because like then it's like, oh, Thielen's going to blow up.
Yeah.
So
they also have Dalvin Cook. It helps a lot.
Yeah,
it helps a lot.
That is true.
So,
but yeah, I mean, glad we agreed on that.
Yep.
Hope we don't get that wrong.
Okay, I can take tight ends. I mean, it's our boy, Logan Thomas.
Okay.
I mean,
we got a couple boys in the tight end.
Yeah, we got a couple boys in the tight end, but I mean, Logan Thomas like proved us wrong last year. Proved you guys wrong last year. He's just like, I think with a lot of more passing integration into their game, I just think Logan is primed.
He's definitely has proven to self. Like
I think he should be a top 5 tight end, and he wasn't, and that's why I think he's a good. If you can get anybody outside the top 5 who you think has potential to be top 5,
Logan Thomas.
I was gonna say just take them, but yeah, Logan Thomas is one of those guys.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
If you think anybody outside the top 5 even has an inkling of being in the top 5, you take.
Would you take Logan Thomas over? I mean, I know he was a huge buzz last year, but Zach Ertz.
It depends, though. But right now, yes. Okay. Right now, if I hear that Ertz is healthy, he's motivated, and he's fully playing for the Eagles, then I might take Ertz.
How about Evan Ingram?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've never been high on him.
How about Mark Andrews?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Johnny Smith. Just one more.
They're kind of similar to me.
Johnny like blew up in the beginning. And he
tapered off. But I just know Johnny has like a ceiling, like high potential, which is why I like him. But I don't think Mark Andrews' ceiling is very high.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Okay, cool. My personal tight end pick is Hawkinson, actually. I think he will be a top 2 tight end. And I say top 2 because we all already know who the number 1 tight end is going to be.
Wow, top 2.
I think he has
that is your boldest take.
I think
sure.
I think he could be better than Kittle this year. And I know Kittle was huge, obviously, but I think Kittle will still be a top 3 tight end. But I just think Hawkinson has so much more going for him.
He's a good player, though.
He's a great player. He's the only receiver player left from the Lions last year. Yeah. So he's already like solidified a role.
Yeah.
Like I said about Williams. Yeah. They're gonna throw the ball a lot. Goff not the best mobile QB, but he does throw the ball decently well. He likes throwing to tight ends back from his Ram days.
Yeah, and Goff is more of like a rhythm, quick thrower.
Yeah.
So
I feel like Hawkinson has so much potential this year. No slight to Kittle. I think Kittle's a great tight end. But in terms of value, I feel like Hawkinson is better because you probably get Hawkinson like later in the mid round versus Kittle's going to go like easy 3rd round.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think I would be satisfied if Hawkinson was my tight end.
Mm-hmm.
So good pick there.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we might have the same one, but mine's Hunter Henry.
Oh yeah, you took it.
Yeah. I mean, I just knew like you should almost start your draft and just ingrain in your mind you're not going to take Hunter Henry.
Don't ever take Hunter
Henry.
Please let down people.
I'm a Chargers fan, so I know. Like even when we've given him the opportunities, like just replace Herbert with Cam. You know. On top of that, they also have who's the other tight end they just got?
Jonnu
Smith. Like that in itself is bad. Cam is a running quarterback.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows when Mac Jones is going to take over too?
Yeah.
But that being said, like
stay away.
I feel like the whole receivers and Patriots now, you should probably stay away because they're all new.
Yeah.
You know, like, and the whole system is honestly the only players that were ever very fantasy relevant on the Patriots that were worth it was like Gronk
and Aaron Hernandez.
Dude, I had Aaron Hernandez. He was
that was that's the only time like I think it was worth taking.
And like Edelman in his like best season, like you know, he was like getting like hella PPR. You know, like the running backs were always so like I don't know which one's gonna like James might be the guy, so Michelle might be the guy at the time, but it's just like honestly, I would stay away from all the Patriots players.
Yeah, stay away from Hunter Henry. Do not draft him. Like, even if he feels like a bargain, I will not draft him.
Get Mike Gesicki instead.
I would.
Or Logan Thomas.
Yeah, or Logan Thomas, exactly. Because Henry's higher than Logan?
Yeah, Henry is 6.
Oh my Lord. That's just a trap waiting to happen.
And that's with Jonnu Smith, too, who was like, you know.
Where is Jonnu then?
11. Which I don't get it.
I don't get it. I would take Jonnu over Hunter.
I would feel like I would take Jonnu over Hunter, too. But, I mean, what do we know?
Yeah, what do we know, right? What do we know? So, anyways.
Yeah.
That was a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know what you guys think. Some of your favorite players going into this draft, and you know, feel free to comment down who you think.
Who you guys think?
Yeah, who you guys think, or some of the guys that we chose you think is crazy. Love to hear from you. But aside from that, we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Peace.